advise you that under the official records of the city of Powhattan, I was completely authorized to take such action on that date. Furthermore, I do not possess a key for the skid loader. And then I responded, how are you able to use a skid steer on 11-1 if you don't have a key? I question that you are any longer an approved operator. This will be discussed at this or future city meetings. So, whether he has a key, I have no idea. And how we absconded with the key, I have no idea. Where was the key before, when you were mayor, who had the key? So Elvis, there's one key?
The key was always available to all the authorized operators.
Okay, so who had that key?
At various times, for quite a while, it was just left in the skid loader.
Oh, well, that's pretty safe.
Well, that was
So anybody could get in there and drive.
that was kind of what I thought, but that was historically where it was left.
Okay, well, historically now it's not there anymore.
And I'm not denying that.
Right.
That's what I alluded to.
Great. Now, we need to find out who's approved operators also. Is Dennis Raymond approved operator? Bob Hall? Betty? Who's approved operator? Luke is, evidently, or thinks he is.
Dale, are you asking me a question, or are you
No,
asking
I'm
the
just-
council? Okay.
No, Luke is
Just
not
trying to
an
clarify.
approved operator.
Okay.
He was taken off of that.
Okay, now another thing, I don't have a problem with Luke using that for fire department business, as long as we know that he's gonna use it. I mean, he shouldn't just be able to get in it and use it for whatever he wants to. If it's for fire department business, I don't have a problem with that. But he's gotta get a key from somebody, because he don't have a key. Now, you can also put a battery lockout on that that's operated with a key. So just anybody can't get it without a key to unlock that battery lockout. I don't know if we want to go that far. The skid loader does have an hour meter, so we know if it's been used. Maybe we can go with just the hour meter till we have a problem. We see that the hour meter is increased and nobody has been authorized to use it. Maybe we can go on from there. And that's just my opinion. But I do not feel that it should be rented out.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
City Council, I do some work with a skid steer. Anybody can run it. My 9-year-old grandson can run it. And, I'd say, anytime you rent something out, you can't charge enough to make up for the expense. Because if I could rent that thing for $50, even $50 an hour, there's work. I'd come and rent yours instead of use my own.
Exactly.
And that goes with every piece of machinery that is made.
And
People will rent when they don't wanna use, when they don't wanna tear their own up, that's what.
I think, I don't know if that $20 or $40 an hour, whatever it was, included fuel. I don't know, but Terry Brown, I think, thinks that includes fuel when he's got 7.5 or 8 hours left on the work that he done. But I think he thinks that includes the fuel, and maybe it does. I don't know how that was set up.
That was never set up that way.
So he should be responsible for the fuel. Because I told him, and we discussed this at the last meeting, that he still has those hours. He should be able to use that loader, that number of hours. And I also told him that we weren't gonna rent that out anymore. I didn't think.
Well, if we're not gonna rent it out anymore, then I believe that, he should be reimbursed for the hours that he supposedly has left.
Instead of letting him use it.
Instead of letting him use it, just reimburse him for the hours and cut it off there, not lease it to anybody else.
Now, has he already paid for all those hours?
He did labor for it on this drainage down by the Methodist Church. And I think he traded skid loader hours instead of pay. That's how he got those hours.
think it's around 10 hours.
Well, he had 10, but he used it, no, he had 9, but he used it for an hour to an hour and a half. He said he wrote it down, so he's got 7.5 to 8 hours left.
I sent you a copy of this skid steer hours, didn't I?
Pardon?
I sent you a copy of the skid steer hours.
No.
I got one. She's got one too.
All right, we need any further discussion on renting the skid loader out? Did you have some?
Am I on the agenda or?
Yeah. Folks, council, you have any further questions or motions for skid loader? Okay, is that a motion you made, Dale?
I will make a motion that we no longer rent the skid steer out.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Now, what about, Terry?
Terry?
Do you want a motion to reimburse him back for that?
Yes, we need a motion for that.
Why don't we talk to Terry first and do this at the next meeting?
So table it.
Make sure he's okay with that.
Okay,
Table it till the next meeting.
well, we just.
Or see if he has other suggestions, you know.
Well, I just gonna say, we just passed a motion not to lease it out, rent it out anymore. So, now what does that do to him? I mean,
Well, at last month's meeting, we agreed to let him use it for his 9 hours or 8 hours, or whatever he's got left. So, I don't know if that was in the form of a motion or not.
I don't think what. Not in the minutes anyway.
But I would say at least talk to him before we do anything. That way he knows what we're doing from here on out. Would be my suggestion.
I will talk to Terry and I'll tell him that we would like to reimburse him for those hours.
All right. Okay.
We're on the skid steer. I guess Barry and I have the key for the skid steer. We've got one key between us, so we've got one key. If Luke needs it for the fire department, should we let him use it for official fire department business?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll include that in that motion. But he'll have to come to either Barry or for the key.
I would make a different motion on that.
I make a motion that, we allow Luke to use the skid steer for, fire department business. But he has to approach Barry or.
Official business.
Official business.
I second.
Okay. Any other comments on that? All in favor? Motion carried. Okay, Sarah, I didn't say her.
Yep, we can do her, yep.
Well, the reason I was hesitant, I wasn't sure if I was gonna jump in or not, so. So, for the past 14 months, Mitch and I have watched as the mayor continues to lack the same access to buildings that previous mayors have had. Meanwhile, security concerns persist, doors have been left open, an entire filing cabinet of important documents has gone missing, food has disappeared from the refrigerator, and a skid steer key is reportedly missing. Before your reading. Additionally, the basement has flooded due to an unplugged heat tape, among other issues. To address these concerns and move forward, we would like to donate 2 security cameras and provide the replacement of building locks with brand new ones. They're right here. If the council accepts this donation, we can get them installed free as soon as possible. It's time to take control of these issues rather than remain held hostage by them. We could also assist with a fridge lock, and we can help with a skid steer security harness. They're $245. They don't carry them in Hiawatha, you have to go to Topeka. They hang on to the bar, they go through the wire, it locks. If you'd like to address this, discuss this, that's fine. We have the cameras, we have the locks here with us.
Yes.
You don't have to continue to discuss it. I would encourage the council to vote on the following actions: replace the locks, install security cameras, secure the skid steer. If you pass that vote, then you can also make an motion to accept the donated items.
Does council understand what she said?
And if you don't like what we bought, we can return them and fix that up too. I mean, that just.
Can we see?
Oh, sure, yeah, Mitch can get with whoever wants to, Dale said he'd install them, so. You're not stuck with what we bought, we just wanted to take action, so we can return it and do whatever.
I'd like to see one.
Sure.
They're nothing fancy.
Very fancy here, isn't it? My big one, huh?
Small security cameras.
Oh, yeah, okay.
SD card. Record onto an SD card. We have them in our house, so if it's out, setting them up.
So, how many SD cards?
We have the SD cards too, I bought those for you. They're already installed in the game. It looks long. There's two of these, and then this is your standard. This is the long one. Now you guys mentioned just a key, but this is a combination. But like Sarah said, we can exchange them out if you didn't want the combination. The key. We have two like that, and then you see that this door here, these are vehicles. Now, we didn't know, so we can.
Didn't have a big one.
Right, so we can still purchase and donate. Whatever doorknob one. I don't know, do you have, you have one that over, so.
Over here, over here.
You have two? So what you could do is exchange one of these out for just a regular.
In program mode, or you can use the key.
This is what we have on our.
That's the inside part. That's the inside, and that's the outside.
How easy is it to make copies of those keys?
Just take it to a,
Yeah.
there's not very many key makers, or, they don't do it at Farm Home anymore, I think they do in, store in, Sabetta.
Oh, the other ones? Maybe?
Keys?
We didn't
We can
want to
make-
make copies.
Doesn't it say a special key though?
Not just a regular key, for the bit bowl.
It's not a, you can make duplicates with this one.
So you can use either the keypad or the key to gain entry.
So you need both.
No,
Either
These
or.
are just deadbolts?
It's for the deadbolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
and if you rather just want to,
If you, here, this key can be duplicated. See, so we could round up with the same problem we got now.
well, if whoever has the master key,
Depending on
they
who has.
don't give it to someone who might duplicate it. That would be
Yeah.
my suggestion. And be very careful
Oh, I see.
with who you duplicate,
Okay.
you know, who has the key.
You can do what you want or whatever, I just feel like for 14 months, we have just kicked this for 14 months, and I felt like it's time to move on. Just tired of playing cat and mouse, I don't have
Okay, council, you want to accept these items?
And if they, for some reason, you know, I can help you out with the cameras and stuff, you gotta download an app to your phone and all that kind of stuff. But if it's either something that you don't care for, or want something different, we can certainly exchange it.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. Is there a monthly fee for the,
No,
nothing?
you don't have Wi-Fi here. do you?
Mitch can get with you on that.
We don't have Wi-Fi here.
It's all be in this new
That
card.
card
It's
reader.
Okay.
installed in the camera. So it's how you read it.
And do you know how many, hours can be stored on the SD?
It's all a matter of, we have a pretty, we also donated an SD card over there that I think is 128 gig. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
quite a bit.
Yeah,
And
that,
of course, a lot depends on the settings you have the camera set to.
Yeah.
Video or just photo.
Yeah, I know on a trail
Last
cam,
all
you can
year.
set how long, on each activation it runs and all that, so.
Can you have your phone, it's really clear,
Mhm.
you can really see.
Yes.
Of course, I put a face mask. I don't know if you need to vote on security and then vote on the donation, or how you would do that, and if you want the skid steer to be taken care of, and if you want a refrigerator lock, whatever those, we'll just take care of it, move on.
If we accept the donations, I imagine that would just include.
Well, do we wanna do the skid steer also? Do we wanna see how the hour meter thing works, or what do we wanna do?
I think we. Skip that, well, that was,
on the
How
skid
would
steer,
this-
you said
this-
something about the safety harness?
It's a metal rod. I looked at the bolt for the batteries, and if you think that works better, we
Well-
can go that route.
Yeah, I don't know what we looked at.
Hey, folks, I don't think that there's, unless you really have a problem, they should, everybody understand English. You're not supposed to use it,
Yeah.
leave it alone. If it's not yours, keep your hands off.
Yeah.
You know, we're not downtown Kansas City. I mean, maybe worse, but, they ain't nothing.
but
Couple
there's
sheets
some,
in the
there's
dark
some
would take care of
who presume that they have the right to do things when they don't.
Well, I think to make it clear who has the right.
I think we should accept the door locks and the cameras for now. I don't think, as long as we got cameras here, the refrigerator lock shouldn't be an issue, cause you know who comes and goes anyway.
Okay, you making that a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the donations from the Gervings for door locks and 3 door locks and 2 cameras.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Motion carried.
I'll just make, well, you can tell her. Go ahead, James. This is with the Powhattan, this is coming from that fund, the Powhattan fund.
Okay.
So we'll need a letter of value for reimbursement from that fund.
So they know that it's actually, we didn't buy for ourselves.
Yeah.
And the Legion Law, you guys.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. 3 weeks ago, and I think you guys got a copy of the email that went from our attorney to Mr. Gordon with the amended contract that said that we would pay the insurance fee for the liability for the insurance. Mr. Gordon sent that on to the city's insurance agent for them to look at it and give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Haven't heard back from them. Unless you have.
Haven't heard from the Legion. Seems like you just have to keep routing that bunch.
Well, city agents hands now, as far as I'm concerned. The only question I had of our attorney was, they put the city on as the insured party. Don't make any difference to me, as long as that's what it takes to get a contract.
And I told Bob, we talked about it a little bit, I think they did that because the city owns the building. So if they're gonna sue somebody, they're gonna sue the city. They wouldn't sue the Legion, they'd sue the city. So I assume that's why they made the city the insured. That's what common sense would say.
The only thing we took out of that contract that your insurance company wanted was we didn't think that we had anything in there that was valuable enough that we needed renter's insurance. I mean, there's a lot of memorabilia that couldn't be replaced with any money. And there's some old tables like this that aren't worth a lot of money. But a year's worth of insurance would pay for an awful lot of tables and chairs.
Well, I will address Mr. Olson again and, see if he can prod that bunch to get an answer.
Would it be Mr. Olson or would it be the insurance
Well,
company?
Mr. Olson was the one that sent it to the insurance company. I don't know.
He's the one dealing with directly with the insurance company, so.
On the skid steer, was the safety harness cut out again?
The bar
Yeah,
was cut again, yeah,
okay.
because I couldn't run the thing the whole time, and Barry needed to get in there, and the bar wouldn't come down.
Okay. If something happens while someone is operating it and that bar is gone, is that gonna create an insurance liability?
Laura's not gone.
It's not gone, it's cut.
Okay,
The bar's still there, but it's cut, so whether that would cause a problem, I have no idea.
okay.
Probably a question for the insurance company. If the safety, one of the safety issues is bypassed.
Okay.
Okay, if there's any other business?
Mayor, I just wanna get it on part of the, so everybody hears about it, but, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, what was it, probably 8 or 9 months ago, I asked for to be able to see the fire department's books or whatever, what they spend all their money on. 8 months, well, I know it was over 7 months, well over 7 months, and I still haven't heard anything back, so I just wanna make sure that it gets out there. Still haven't heard a word.
No, that would be one of the things we'll have the attorney address.
I have a couple things. The Legion was given some table and chair racks, and I want in the minutes, official minutes, if that's the Legion's property. It's not the city property, I don't want it to end up someplace else. There's 2 of them, one there and one in there. So I want it known that that's the Legion, it's not the city property.
Chair racks.
Chair and table racks, yeah. Also, everybody I guess knows we had a water leak. The pipe in the basin when it got cold, wind 20 below or whatever it was. Wind blew in one of the windows, the window wells. There was a board over it down there, but the corners weren't passing down. The wind blew right in there and blew right on the pipe. The heat tape is not plugged in. Whether that would have saved it, I think it probably would have, but since then, to think there's 200,000 gallons of water that above what was normal. So that's probably all ended up running down the street.
We won't get that one till next month, cause this one was, it was 247, but that's not very many units. That's
Well, this time,
yeah, we won't probably get the leakage until next month.
yeah, well, it's probably gonna be pretty good size. Y'all have no idea, but 200,000 gallon extra. So that's gotta be paid for. And then Roland was here. Once we got the water down, we could get over to it, found out what he needed, went to Hiawatha, got the repair parts. Didn't take him 15 minutes once he had the parts, but the city was shut off for half hour or 45 minutes maybe. But thank goodness Roland was around, because we had no pumps or anything other than the 2-inch from the co-op. We didn't want to turn the water off because school was in session, till we had to. A few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, well, somebody approached me about they're getting a bill, I don't know if it's water or sewer, it's crossing that on the end of town. They're getting a bill, they don't use any water, they don't know what the bill is for. Whether there's still a meter in there.
If there's still a meter in there, then we gotta charge them the $12. If there's no meter in there, then we don't have to charge them.
Don't charge it. Okay.
And I talked to Jim the other day at the co-op while I was in there, and he said that he shut the water off a couple years ago, but they don't want it shut off outside all the time.
Oh, so the meter has to stay in there. Well, then they'll have to pay that fee. Okay. All right.
He said he doesn't use the water, but once in a great while, the kids show up, but they don't use that much.
Okay. As long as there's a meter there, then you gotta pay a bill. Okay.
Do you want me to address that to Bill?
You what?
Do you want me to address that to Bill that the sewer will be
To
still
let
paid?
him know as long as there's a meter there, he still has to
As long
pay
as
the
there's a
bill.
meter there, yeah, you might put it on the bill. As long as there's a meter there, you gotta pay.
In the same way with Marion's.
Yeah. And then this kind of a heads up, in the spring, we need to start looking at the ordinances to get the city cleaned up. You know, it's a mess. So I don't know what those ordinances are. I've got one. It doesn't address all of our issues. I don't know if there's other ordinances that do. Do we have a list?
Which one do you have?
74. It addresses non-operating vehicles.
Thinking there was a 73, but I don't remember what that one says.
Well, Brad,
But I
we
can
need to
find
get
it.
Brad's property cleaned up, that's a mess. And then James there and James over there, we just need to start getting things started.
I will,
I don't know if there's any other ordinances that'll cover everything or not.
yeah, I think there's another one that's something.
There's
I
one,
will look for
there's one for noxious weeds, but that's really not noxious weeds. So,
okay, I will
Little
look for
noxious, but not weeds.
75 is noxious weeds.
75?
I have them all on my phone.
No. Meter reader. You got any ideas on meter reader?
We've been, Shirley and I have been talking over that, and we really can't decide who in town
Yeah.
would be interested in doing that.
Well, there's some people, but I don't know about, like Mindy Winger and her guy down there on the end. I don't know if they're reliable enough. I don't know him. I know Mindy. I probably wouldn't ask Mindy to do it, but I don't know about her guy. Stacy Barnes and her husband or man.
Is Mindy's guy, is he still in jail?
I don't think so. I have no idea. Anybody know? I didn't know he was in jail.
Yeah, he's in Netawaka County now.
Oh, that wouldn't be so good then.
Patrick said no.
Brendan Radford lives down at Hank
Oh.
Willet's old house.
That might be a good one.
Terry and Jenna Lee, I don't know.
I don't see him doing that now.
just some names I jotted down. Some of the meter reading time, unless we just estimate them again. But we gotta have somebody do that.
I can talk to, was it Brendan?
Yeah, Brandon.
Okay.
Your meter reader, is all he does is go around and read the meters and turn it into somebody?
Yeah, but then they gotta, if there's a problem, they gotta shut it off and lock it. The meter needs to be replaced, isn't that their job also? To replace the meter if it needs to be done. So this way, have Vicky ask around a couple people and see if I interested.
I'll say we're looking for a job there, Dennis.
Dennis, you interested? You interested in the job?
Might be a snake down in there. It'd be more than a meter reader. It'd be an outhouse man.
Okay, you got those names?
Yep.
You have?
At this time, I would like to say thank you to Dale and Carol for cleaning the Legion Hall up.
Yeah, we cleaned this room.
Yeah, that reminded me too, you know, Dale and Barry has done so much work for the city. And, I think it's the council's obligation to express that appreciation to them, you know. 'Cause
I also
I don't know what
put
we
that
would have
in
done
here.
without it, really.
One thing I forgot is the skid steer quit when Barry was cleaning the streets, and we thought it had gelled up again, but that was not the case. The pickup tube in the fuel tank broke off. So, that's when Patrick drug it back to the firehouse, the building above the firehouse. So we finally figured out that pickup tube had broken off. I ordered one online, and Bubba down there helped me put that in one day. So the old Bubba, thank you, because he didn't have to do that, but he did. And they let us go into their shop, which is nice.
Yes. You will send the appreciation, thank you. to
Yep.
Bella.
Yep, I can do that.
Same one, Bubba.
Any other thing you wanna bring up?
I think a thanks should go out to John Pollock also for clearing 4th Street, my drive, the
Was
Candlos
that the
Drive.
township guy? Is that
No, that wasn't township, that was Luke's brother.
Luke's brother?
Yeah, he
Oh, John.
came in with his personal tractor, I believe it was.
He and the two boys came in, they cleaned out dug my car out, and then they dug out the north side of town. Huh?
We wondered who did that, we had no idea who did that. We thought it was a township man that did that. So yes, I think we should go to Jonathan. Jonathan?
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Can I get his address afterwards?
No, I don't know it offhand.
Do you have an address?
I could find it, I don't know it offhand.
It's what, it's one, that's
It's
170th.
eight something 160th.
Okay.
I don't remember what the
I don't know for sure.
exact number is.
Text me his address then.
I used to, just took it out.
Well, I want to thank Sarah and her husband for the donation of the locks.
That's the Powhattan Beautification Fund that
Okay.
we're taking it
Yeah,
for.
well, I appreciate that.
Okay, we keep her anything yet?
Oh, yeah. Jackie, on the grant,
I have not heard anything yet. As far as I know, Sharon hasn't either. Or did we put her number down
What is this?
from the grant?
Oh, they're not announcing it till, we haven't received a letter for the other ones we wrote to, so
Well, it
mid-March,
said mid-
this time next month.
Okay.
Oh, mid-March, okay.
I think he had a death in the family too, so I think that might have set their committee back a little bit.
Okay,
okay,
alright. That will be the next meeting.
okay. Our next meeting will be March the 3rd. If there's no other business before the council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion
Second.
All in favor? Meeting adjourned.